Tsaka na kini nga cellphone bay. Yung sa kanin nila pagbuhat ang mga ingani nga cellphone ba? Pero tinuod yung pangutana, yung sa kanin nagsugod o buhat sa mga electronics. Uy, King!
Uy bro, what's up?
Kita ka ni bago nga iPhone bay?
Oh boy, check is specs ba? Pero amazing yun kayo sa kapaspas ga-improve ang electronics ba?
Pero puta na. Asa gid nagsugod ang electronics?
I since ang electronics kay runs electricity, so technically nagsugod gid siya sa pag-discover sa electricity.
Ay, kabalo ko sa historyana.
Bayan sa lugar, di sa pagsugod.
Ang mga Greeks sa una atong 600 BC kay nakadiscover sa static electricity. Nakadiscover sila after realizing that when you rub an amber, an animal fur made it attracted to grass. Pero wala sila nakabalungan na to. It was not until 1600 AD when gipanganlan ni nga phenomena as electricus by William Gilbert. Tungod ani, na-interested si Benjamin Franklin sa pagsabot ani nga phenomena. Iya dayang gitry upalupad iyang kite nga naisusi sa usa ka bagyo atong 1752. Pero sa electricity rin siya. Ang nakadiscover dyan sa electricity nga ginagamit sa atong society karon kasi Alessandro Volta o si Luigi Galvani. Na-discover ni Luigi Galvani nga ang leg sa frog kay gatwitch basta makatouch og duha ka different metal. Gistudy ni nga finding ni Volta and out that in the presence of an electrical potential, electrical charge can flow through a metal wire. This is what allowed him to invent the battery. After this discovery, more scientists followed and discovered other properties of moving electrons. Michael Faraday, for example, discovered that moving magnets can move electrical charges. Nikola Tesla, another great inventor, also discovered the effects of alternating current. Pero moro to akong nabalaan bay. Pero di ko sure ka na sa ginagsugod ng electronics.
Ay ka na, kabalo ko ana.
Yun sa manugal ko na bay.
First of all, electronics generally depend on the properties of the electrons to transmit information, while electrical only care how to use electrons as a form of energy. Now that we've established that, it can be said that the first electronics device ever made was a relay made by Joseph Henry in 1835. However, the first acknowledged electronics that really gave rise to what we know and use today was a vacuum diode made by Thomas Alva Edison and Sir John Ambrose Fleming in 1904. These vacuum tubes, however, required lots of power to keep on running, so another inventor named Lee De Forest designed more efficient ways and invented the vacuum triode, which was used to amplify electrical signals. These diodes were used in World War II, mainly in radios and communication. These were also used in the invention of the first radar and television. Although the vacuum tubes were powerful, these vacuum tubes were too large to be used in home. So in 1947, John Bardeen, Walter Brattain, and William Shockley invented the transistor. It is like a vacuum tube, but it is smaller, cheaper, more reliable, consumes much less power, and easier to make. These transistors are what revolutionized electronics to the mainstream, allowing them to be used in computers, devices, vehicles, and so much more. These transistors are almost the main game changer of electronics. However, these early transistors came on single wafers and cut apart. Geoffrey W. A. Dummer proposed the integrated circuits in 1952. These integrated circuits combined transistors, diodes, resistors, and capacitors into a single chip. These integrated circuits gave rise to the motherboard used in computers today. Because of these inventions, silicon companies like Texas Instruments evolved, and in 1961, firms have already begun full production of integrated circuits. Bipolar transistors and digital integrated circuits are the first integrated circuit. But then, analog integrated circuits and very large-scale integration or VLSI came after. The VLSI is basically what CPUs and microcontrollers are made out of. They are full of switches that turns on and off and acts like a gate. Nowadays, we have so much devices added in our electronics, like the fingerprint scanner, touch screen, infrared detectors, and so much more. But if it weren't for the invention of transistors and everything else that leads to its invention, we would never have reached the information age.
Chika, you bay? Amazing yung yung electronics ba?
Ba, lapit gatso niya. Sige pa siya improve every day. Hala boy, maklase na ko. Salamat kayo.
Sige, salamat po. Ayo-ayo.
Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. Cause I want you, and I need you, and I'm down for you.